I don't know where to begin on this. I guess I'll start with the economy is a complicated thing, and to point to a single policy as the reason for all of our ills is just it's just disingenuous. And you know it's interesting that we attach this to the PPP loan forgiveness, well, not loan forgiveness, but loan deductibility and the unemployment income non-taxability, because in normal times, I wouldn't support those policies. They're technically unfair. PPP loans, those are already forgiven. You are not taxed on PPP loans. And unemployment insurance, that is income. Just like everybody else, that is income. And on normal times, those should be taxable. Or the expenses shouldn't be deductible, I should say. Income should be taxable. But these aren't normal times. This is a once-in-a-generation pandemic. And in those situations, you have to put aside conventional economic thought. You know, I kneel at the altar of the free market as well. But that's a repeated game situation. And when we have situations where it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, you have to change the status quo. You have to change your thinking to give people the aid that they need at the time that they need it. And that is why I happily supported the PPP expenses and the unemployment income deductibility. Happily supported them. Because I knew that's what we needed to do. We had the ability, and we have the right to help out our citizens when we need it. And the same thing is true, the exact same thing is true of this federal unemployment pandemic insurance. Again, there is no conclusive evidence that the unemployment insurance is the reason people aren't returning to work. You have anecdotes, I have anecdotes. I can trade you one for one all day. But the research shows, again, childcare is a big issue. We've taken a step forward closer with that today. And again, I do not want this to become a political football as well. And I hope that child care money, which is going to be needed after I vote against this bill, I hope we'll find a new way to put that bill after the governor vetoes this bill, I hope. Because I don't want to play politics with this. I want to do what's necessary. And there's not just one policy that's going to fix this. This unemployment insurance is not what is costing people to go back to work. It is what is making people able to make their ends meet. And again, I had to check myself. I heard the word hyperinflation. My heavens, hyperinflation. That is 10,000% price level increase a year. Talk to the people of Germany what that's like. We are not in a level of hyperinflation. For the last 30 years, we've struggled to not have deflation. And again, I don't know if y'all remember, the Suez Canal was blocked for about 3 weeks. You don't think that's some of the reason that we have supply issues? So don't put this at the feet of the straw man argument that people are sitting at home lazy because they don't want to go to work. People want to go to work. When I look at policies, I think of it on a cost and benefit. And in no way do the benefits of this policy exceed the cost. Again, it's going to cost us $500 million just not accepting any of this federal aid anymore. That's $500 million not going into our economy. And again, even if your argument is people make more money on unemployment than they do working, we take that away, that's still less money going into our economy. So how much of that is helping our economy? Again, our unemployment rate has been steadily declining over the past 8 months. Things are working. People are getting back to work. And again, this is going to end on its own accord in 3 months. This bill has a 30-day grace period in it, so that's 2 months total. 2 months total. I don't think a couple lifeguards, I don't think the need for a couple lifeguards is going to send us into a new recession. And I also don't think lifeguards are the one who are taking unemployment insurance right now. My sisters were lifeguards when they were in high school. They waited for school to get out to start their jobs. So let's not keep pushing forward these false arguments, because it's just not true. Yes, we need child care support. I'm glad it's in this bill. It needs to be in another bill. But we do not need to cut off the legs of the people who need this the most. We're 2 months away from this solving itself at the end, on its own accord. And if things are still troublesome then, we can take more looks then. But cutting this off now is just plain cruel, and I don't think we should do it. And so I encourage all of you to vote against this bill. Thank you.